No.
Today we're going to start with the air brake inspection. First, you're going to put your seatbelt on. Second thing, you're always going to drop your pressure to 90 psi. And then you're going to tell your inspector at the DMV that you're going to do your air brake inspection. And your first test is your apply air leak. What are you going to do? You're going to start the truck, flip the key in the on position, clutch all the way in, start the engine, let go your clutch. Now you're gonna rev the engine until your tanks are full. How do you know when they're full? When the needle stops rising on the primary. Needle has stopped rising, my governor has cut out, and my primate is reading 129 psi. After this, you're going to put it on first gear. You're going to turn off the engine. Let go your clutch slowly. Put the key in the on position. After that, you're going to release your parking brakes, your tractor, and your trailer. You're going to set the time for 1 minute, and this is what you're going to do. You're gonna press the brake all the way in, hold it, and then you're gonna give him the reading on the primary, which is 118 psi. 60 seconds start right now, and I cannot lose more than 4 psi's in 60 seconds. You're gonna wait for the whole minute to pass by. Do not let go of your brake. Keep holding it tight. Okay, you're gonna tell him that your minute is over. My primary is still 118. Then release your brake, and then you tell them this is a good test because I didn't lose more than 4 psi's in 60 seconds. After this one, you're going to do your low air warning test. Your light and your buzzer should come out on no lower than 55 psi. What are you going to do? You're gonna keep finding the brake until the light and buzzer comes on. Right there, my light and my buzzer came on. My primate is reading 76 psi. This is a good test because my light and buzzer came on no lower than 55 psi. Now we're going to do our pop-out test. My spring brakes, which is these two, they should pop out in between 20 and 45 psi. Once again, you're going to find the brake. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Do not stop until they pop. Spring brakes popped out. My primate is reading 32 psi. This is a good test because they popped out in between 45 and 20 psi. Now I'm going to do my parking brake test. For this test, I need to increase my pressure to 100 psi. So since you're in first one, you're going to put it on neutral. You're going to start the truck. Let go your clutch slowly. You're going to rev the engine until we get to 100. 100 psi, we're going to put it on first gear again. Now, I'm going to check my tractor's parking brake. I'm going to release my trailer. I let go my clutch slowly. It's a good test because the tractor brake held us in place. Now I'm going to check my trailer's parking brake. I'm going to apply the trailers and release the tractor. We're gonna do the same thing. Let go the clutch, feel the tug. It's a good test because the trailer brake held us in place. Now we're going to check our service brake. We're going to move forward 35 feet. So put your foot on the brake, release your parking brakes, and you're gonna move forward 3 to 5 feet. Then you go, you move, and then you stop. This is a good test because we stopped. My truck did not move unevenly, and this concludes my air brake inspection. We're gonna put it on neutral. You're going to apply your parking brakes, and then you're going to do your cab inspection. The cab inspection, make sure that you always have the engine running. Do not turn it off. I start with the mirrors. They're properly mounted, no cracks, no bends, no legal wells, 10 inches from the door, no legal stickers, well adjusted to the driver's mirror. My window, it goes up, it goes down, it's not cracked or broken, no legal stickers, in good working conditions. This is my door, it opens and closes, no cracks, no bends, illegal welds on it, in good working conditions. My headlight switch is right here. You're gonna flip it up. It's properly mounted, not cracked or broken, in good working conditions. Your high beams, they're properly mounted, not cracked, not broken, in good working conditions. And then I go into my oil temperature gauge, which is properly mounted. The lens is not cracked, needle not sticking out. Normal range 25-75 psi in good working conditions. This is my water temperature gauge. Once again, lens not cracked, needle not sticking out. Normal range 175-195 Fahrenheit in good working conditions. My bolt is present, 14.1 in charging, in good working conditions, and not cracked or broken. These are my air tank gauges. They're properly mounted. The lens is not cracked. The needle not sticking out. Normal range 120 to 140 psi in good working conditions. After that, I continue right here with my wipers. I'm gonna activate them to show them that it works. Properly mounted. No cracks, no bends, no legal wells. In good working conditions. My wiper blades, they're properly mounted. They don't have any cuts, there's some cracks in good working conditions. This is my windshield, properly mounted. It's not cracked, not broken, no legal sticker. It's well sealed in good working conditions. And I continue right here with my left signal light, properly mounted, not cracked, not broken, in good working condition. My right signal light, properly mounted, not cracked, not broken, in good working condition. And then I go over here to my hazards, right here on the top. They're properly mounted, not cracked, not broken, in good working conditions. After that, I continue with my 20-inch steering wheel, allow no more than 2 inches of play, properly mounted. It's not cracked, not broken, in good working condition. My city horn, properly mounted, not cracked, not broken, in good working condition. My highway horn, properly mounted, not cracked, not broken, in good working conditions. After that, I go into my pedals. My clutch, allow no more than 1 inch of play. My service brake, my accelerator, no cracks, no bends, no legal wells. In good working conditions, I'm going to check underneath for any traction debris. After that, I move over here to my parking brake valves. They're properly mounted, not cracked, not broken, not leaking any air, in good working conditions. This is my heater and defroster. I'm gonna put it in the front side. I'm gonna turn it on, properly mounted, not cracked, not broken, in good working conditions. This is my gear shifter, properly mounted, no cracks, no bends, no legal wells, in good working conditions. This is my gear shifter boot. I'm going to make sure there is no holes, cracks in it, so any toxic fumes can come inside the car. Then right here I have my emergency compartment. This is my 3 triangle reflectors. They're properly mounted, not cracked, not broken, no present, in good working conditions. This is my ABC fire extinguisher, fully charged, up to date, and with the safety pin on. Right here I have my seatbelt, unlocks and locks properly, not cuts, tears, or cracks in it, in good working conditions. My seat, it goes up, down, forward, back, properly mounted, not cracked, not broken, in good working conditions. And this concludes my cab inspection.